Design can be about forms, about disciplines and other things. And this project, we really focus on people and how people live in the city could be better. That's really the strengths of our team. They bring diverse ideas, but somehow slowly you see ideas weave together into a strength. And now we're seeing the Curate idea turn into this amazing, unique vision.
Don't you remember California in September?
Pershing Square, I think, is a great place for people to get regrounded in the history of Los Angeles, regrounded in our past that have been erased. And by doing that, we're getting better grounded in whatever's to come in the LA of the future. This is a place that historically has always been about, can people come together? And not just come together to sit and play chess or read the paper or whatever, but come together to raise their voices. And there's a kind of democratic ethos that is born out of the kind of ground zero of this city.
Young people who contribute the elements of culture, they need free public space. And if there's a natural place that cries out, this is a stimulating place, they will go there. That's why Central Park works, it's why parks in Chicago work, it's why parks in Vancouver work.
In building the city, they've cleared a lot of the hills and topography as an efficiency to bring in the highways. And I think bringing back this idea of topography, it creates new pockets to experience the park and experience the city, and really brings the park to life.
When people come into Pershing Square today, they slow down. So that tells me there are really good qualities of the space, that people do feel like they're a little bit apart from the city. And I just love that change of pace, which is already here. So how can we expand on that?
Pershing Square has the possibility of being a favorite place that you feel connected to. It's very possible to actually enlist a form of membership. If I'm going to park there for a year, maybe instead of just paying for parking, that check I write them makes me a friend of Pershing Green. I actually get out of my car, walk up the escalator, and walk through it, and enter a little world of transition.
How people cross streets into the park is really critical. Right now, it feels very impermeable, lots of walls. How do you make it so that people can enter at any point in the park on some levels? And I think that prepares them for a different kind of use for the park. You're already sort of getting them prepared for something different.
And that's, I think, what every downtown deserves and needs is a destination type of public space. And it really provides a place to reconnect with nature in a way that I think everybody will benefit.
We have this idea, we call it a test kitchen, that we can bring arts and culture, music and food out of the neighborhoods of downtown into the green and showcase that talent as civic gesture.
I love the idea of bringing together the food, the arts, the culture of LA into one place. And we work in parks all over the country, and what we always look at all the different sources of funding. And we're convinced that if Pershing Green has a real base of support in not only in downtown LA, but the cultural organizations around it, that can be a meaningful source of income for the park.
This creates a place where people can walk in and actually experience Pershing Square from different perspectives, put their own lens on it, see it through their own eyes and from their own vantage point, and really have a different experience that they help create.
For Angelenos, they love the freedom of being able to create. I think that what Pershing Square will be is this catalyst for more of that Angeleno free spirit.
It's no secret that there's a significant drought that's taking place. But if we pump the water out of the foundations, we can store that water in cisterns that we can create out of the old garage ramps. That we can store enough reused water to irrigate this park 100% of the time using no domestic water whatsoever.
We're not designing Disneyland. This is not a place people go for vacation. This is the people actually live there. So it's so crucial that in our design, we go right back to the roots. We talk about people, we talk about traffic, we talk about air, we talk about all these subjects that are vibrant to our quality of life.